Last time on Leading Astray, we took our boat out one last time over to Magnetic Island, and I got amazing swim-up bar service in Radical Bay. And then we found out that we have a contract on our house. Good morning, we're on our way to work. A lot has happened lately and we thought we'd give you a little bit of an update to fill you in as to what's going on. First of all though, I just want to reach out to you all and say a big thank you for all your support, all the subscriptions, and those of you that are waiting to see what's happening next with our journey, stay tuned. We'll give you a bit of an update now. In the last episode we got someone interested in buying our property and they put a contract down. We had to wait 3 weeks to find out whether or not that contract would go ahead, and in the meantime I got some pretty interesting news. Well, I had a visit today from my boss and the HR manager. I don't normally get visits from my boss.
Hey, water boy!
Yes, Mr. Coach, for you.
You're fired!
I do printing and publishing for a government department. However, the government's outsourced it to a company and the company's hired me to do that job under contract for the government. Now the government's decided to take that job back in, which means that I no longer have the job that I signed up for with my company. In Australia, we're looked after pretty well in that scenario and we get a little bit of extra payment. So this is where I'm at. That has to go unconditional next week. If we don't go unconditional on the sale of our house, that means I have to look for a job and either accept a job with the company I'm with or find a job somewhere else. So there's a lot to wait around for and a lot hinging on us going unconditional next week. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy time. So now we're waiting and hoping that our house goes unconditional so that it doesn't matter that I don't have a job. Actually would work out really well. Our date for unconditional was looming and we were getting all butterflies in our tummy. Then our solicitor contacts us, and due to all the public holidays that we've had recently, it was actually pushed out another 2 days because it took so long for them to organise their finance, because the banks are really strict. Then it was pushed out again. We had to wait it was a weekend, another 2 days. So it's an old house, so there's going to be a few little things, and they were asking questions about it, and I was getting all like wound up about it. But Lee kept his cool, he answered all the questions, and then on the Tuesday afternoon we found out that we're unconditional, which was great news, and we had a few drinks to celebrate after work that day. So that means that we're ready to go full steam ahead and go and look for our new home, our new yacht. We don't have a lot of money to spend. We'd like to ideally keep it around the 100,000 Australian dollar mark, which doesn't really buy us much, but it's not Povo level, but it's not necessarily in the newer bracket of yachts either. So it's been very interesting because there's not a lot around in that price range. If we go a little bit dearer, we might have to maybe get a better yacht and spend a bit more money on the yacht. In saying that, that means that we'll have to probably come back to work in 6 or 12 months time and work a bit more and build up our bank account again. So it's kind of like which hard do you choose? So these are all things that we got to think about, but we enjoyed ourselves anyway, and we went off and started looking at a few different yachts, which was really good because that what you think looks really good on an ad on the internet, and you go and walk in there and you can tell straight away whether or not it's something that you'd be interested in on. So that gave us a lot to think about. Now we're down to the last 3 weeks of work. We've got about 6 weeks left before our house settles and we have to move out. We do have the opportunity to go and stay in Lucinda for a little bit in between moving out and buying our boat, which is a big help as well. A lot of selling going on, a lot of stuff. Like, you'd be surprised how much stuff you have in your cupboards that you don't really use, or that maybe was sentimental value. That for me has been a pretty hard thing. I've been selling my records, which I absolutely love. Obviously now I'm moving on to sailing, so that was a big thing for me. Lee, what was a big thing for you that you had to sort of give up?
my toolbox.
Yeah, it's pretty special, hey? Yeah, it's kind of like the dream toolbox that most guys would want in their shed. One of the obvious things that's missing now when you look in our shed is that our boat is missing.
We sold it.
Very early on.
We did, yes. We didn't expect to sell it so quickly, but it went pretty quick, so it was good.
Yeah, you had a heap of people lined up, didn't you?
Had a bunch of people wanted to buy it.
Yeah,
And,
it's a pretty nice boat. And we got what we asked for it as well, didn't we? Because there's so many people.
we did.
So, amazingly enough, on this one, probably for the first time in history, we didn't lose money on buying a boat. That would probably, we didn't make money, but we didn't lose money.
We didn't lose much anyway.
Yeah,
We did pretty well out of it.
Yeah.
Plus we had to use it for...
5 times.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't many times.
No. Again, it was very windy most of the year. There she goes, Lee. Okay, we're going to wrap it up there. That's it for our updates for now. Stay tuned though, because we're going to go on a road trip soon and we'll be looking for our new home, a yacht, and we're going to be travelling the east coast of Australia to find it. Yeah, so stick around. Cheers.
Bye.